You were loyal. You showed up, you defended them, and you gave them the best parts of your energy, your time, and your trust. And how did they repay you? With a knife to the back. Maybe they gossiped about you to ruin your reputation. Maybe they plotted against you at work to steal your position. Maybe they walked out on you when you needed them the most, leaving you holding the pieces of a mess you didn't create. Right now, you are sitting in the aftermath of their actions, wondering why God allowed it. You are waiting for karma. You are waiting for justice. You are wondering why it feels like the people who do wrong always seem to get ahead. But what if I told you that you are misreading the room? What if the trap they set for you wasn't the end of your story, but the exact mechanism God is using to catapult you into your greatest season of blessing? Listen to me closely. Hell does not waste energy on the ordinary. It targets what God chooses. By the end of this video, you are going to realize that what they meant for evil was actually a divine setup. Here are the 7 undeniable signs that God is about to turn what they did against you into your ultimate advantage. Sign 1. The attack was completely unprovoked. If you did something wrong, correction is just the consequence of your actions. But if you were suddenly attacked, lied on, or betrayed out of nowhere, you have just experienced a spiritual marker. When people attack you without cause, they aren't actually reacting to you. They are reacting to the oil on your life. They see where you are headed before you even get there. Their sudden jealousy or betrayal is proof that your presence was highlighting their insecurity. God allowed the unprovoked attack to reveal their true heart so He could remove them before your next level. Sign 2. You have entered the wilderness of isolation. Suddenly, your phone isn't ringing. The invitations have stopped. The people you thought would defend you have gone completely quiet. Your human instinct is to feel abandoned, but your spiritual lens needs to shift. When God anoints you, He often separates you. God is not punishing you. He is quarantining you. Isolation is God's classroom. He clears the stage because He is about to do something in your life that requires your undivided attention. He removes the counterfeit voices so that when the blessing drops, you know exactly who provided it. Sign 3. Your trap exposed your hidden capabilities. They tried to bury you. They tried to cut off your resources, your connections, or your funding, thinking you would starve. But instead of starving, you started building. You learned a new skill because you had to survive. You discovered a resilience you never knew you possessed. You tapped into a level of faith that comfort could never teach you. They thought they were your source, but they merely pushed you back to the true source. God used their betrayal to unplug you from a fragile human system and plug you directly into Him. You don't need capital to start, you need capability. And their betrayal just forced you to build the exact capability you need for your future wealth. Sign 4. You possess an unexplainable, frustrating peace. This is the sign that terrifies your enemies the most. By all earthly metrics, you should be having a mental breakdown. You should be loud, bitter, and aggressively defending yourself. Instead, you are quiet. You aren't ignoring the pain, but the peace of God is guarding your heart. You are experiencing a profound, quiet confidence that God is handling it. This peace is a weapon. When you refuse to step out of character, when you refuse to fight dirty, you hand the battle over to God. Your silence is the loudest alarm going off in the enemy's camp right now. Sign 5. Doors are opening in rooms you didn't knock on. When people try to ruin your name in one room, God has a habit of announcing your name in a room they don't even have access to. If you are noticing sudden, unexpected favor from strangers, if new opportunities, mentors, or resources are suddenly gravitating toward you, this is the reversal in real time. God is showing you that the people who rejected you never held the keys to your destiny in the first place. He is bypassing their authority to establish yours. Sign 6. You see their actions as a lesson, not a life sentence. In the beginning, you were angry. You rehearsed the betrayal every night. But lately, something has shifted in your spirit. You no longer see yourself as a victim. You see yourself as a graduate. You realize that if they hadn't broken your heart, you would have settled for a mediocre relationship. If they hadn't fired you, you would have never started that business. You are starting to look at your betrayer not as a destruction, but as the exact catalyst you needed to get to your resurrection. Sign 7. The death of your desire for revenge. This is the final, most powerful sign that the blessing is imminent. You no longer want to see them suffer. You no longer care about getting even. You have completely released them. Why? Because God will not hand a massive blessing to a bitter heart. A bitter heart will use the blessing to show off, to retaliate, and to crush others. When God sees that you have dropped the stones you wanted to throw, He knows your hands are finally empty enough to receive what He is about to pour out. Listen to me. The story of Joseph in the Bible wasn't just a nice historical narrative. It is a blueprint for your life right now. His brothers threw him in a pit. They sold him into slavery. They lied about him. But every single malicious act they committed was just an escalator taking Joseph straight to the palace. What they did to you was real. The pain was real. The betrayal was real. But God is the ultimate architect. He is taking the exact bricks they threw at you to knock you down, and He is using them to build the foundation of your greatest blessing. Stop trying to clear your name with people committed to misunderstanding you. Stop mourning the loss of people who were only assigned to your history, not your destiny. If you feel this shift happening in your spirit today, I want you to make a physical declaration right now. Go down to the comments and type, "Lord, turn it into my blessing." By typing those words, you are telling the unseen realm that you are no longer a victim of your past, but a steward of your future. You are ending the cycle of bitterness and stepping into the cycle of multiplication. If this message pulled you out of a dark place today, share it with someone who is currently fighting a battle no one knows about. And if you are ready to stop surviving and start thriving with deep, uncompromising biblical truths, subscribe to Bible Worship. We don't do surface-level motivation here. We build spiritual warriors. Let them plot. God is preparing the table. I will see you in the next one.